What if it doesn't begin with an explosion, but with silence? A silence so complete. You notice the refrigerator stop humming. The street outside your home goes quiet. Your phone lights up once, then loses signal. You are still in your house. Your family is still asleep. But the systems around you have crossed a threshold. You don't yet know it, but daily life in America has already changed. According to contingency modeling referenced by the U.S. Department of Energy and FEMA continuity frameworks, the first indicator of a nuclear-era conflict is not impact. It is grid instability and communications disruption. And once that begins, every decision you make becomes personal. You wake up to alerts that don't explain anything. Short messages. Vague language. Words like temporary disruption and precautionary measures. You are told to stay calm. But calm requires information. And information is already fragmenting. Strategically, this scenario is plausible because modern nuclear conflict is no longer defined by immediate city-level devastation. It is defined by system pressure. In 2025 to 2026, the global balance rests on deterrence, signaling, and miscalculation. Nuclear states do not seek annihilation. They seek leverage. That leverage is exerted through infrastructure, finance, energy, and psychology. The first objective is not to destroy your city. It is to destabilize your confidence. According to IMF and World Bank systemic risk assessments, advanced economies are highly efficient, and therefore highly brittle. When one major system slows, others cascade. You are not targeted as an individual. But your life is. The first hour feels deceptively normal. Lights may flicker. Internet speed slow. Some channels go dark. You tell yourself this has happened before. But here is the survival trigger you must solve immediately. Do you stay where you are? Or do you move while mobility still exists? Because once uncertainty reaches a certain density, people stop waiting for instructions. According to U.S. Department of Transportation data from prior national emergencies, fuel availability can degrade by 30 to 40% within the first 24 hours due to demand spikes and logistics interruptions. If you wait too long, movement becomes risk, not safety. By the first day, banking systems feel stress. ATMs still work, but intermittently. Card payments are delayed. Transfer confirmations lag. This is not collapse. This is friction. And friction changes behavior. According to Federal Reserve continuity simulations, even minor disruptions in settlement systems can trigger voluntary spending freezes by households within 48 hours. You don't need to be told to conserve. You already are. You look at your pantry differently. Your fuel gauge differently. Your phone battery like it's oxygen. And the most dangerous question appears. What if this lasts longer than anyone is admitting? Strategically, governments respond in layers. First, reassurance. Second, control of narrative. Third, prioritization of assets. Civilian comfort ranks below energy stability, military readiness, and diplomatic signaling. This is not cruelty. It is hierarchy. According to Department of Homeland Security Resilience Doctrine, critical infrastructure protection supersedes civilian convenience during high-risk periods. You feel that immediately. Rolling outages. Reduced public transport. Selective internet throttling. Nothing dramatic. Nothing cinematic. Just inconvenience, accumulating into pressure. Days 2 and 3 are where psychology shifts. Grocery stores remain open, but selection narrows. Fresh goods thin out first. Then packaged staples. This is not scarcity. It is logistics. According to USDA food distribution data, urban centers rely on 3 to 5 days of just-in-time inventory. If transport slows, shelves empty without panic ever being visible. Here is your next survival trigger. Do you buy more than usual, becoming part of the surge? Or do you ration early and preserve flexibility? Both choices have consequences. Communications fracture asymmetrically. Some people have information. Others have rumors. Group chats fill with screenshots. Unverified claims spread faster than facts. According to WHO Crisis Communication Research, misinformation increases sixfold during prolonged uncertainty events. Your discipline now matters. Not what you believe, but what you repeat. By the first week, daily life feels smaller. Your radius shrinks. Your routines simplify. Your world becomes your block, your home, your immediate circle. Public behavior changes without announcement. People speak less. Watch more. Listen differently. According to behavioral data from past national emergencies, social trust declines faster than material access. That is the real risk. Now comes the readiness gap. There are two archetypes emerging around you. The panicked civilian reacts to every update. Consumes every headline. Moves late. Buys emotionally. The prepared sentinel moves quietly. Consumes less information, but higher quality. Acts early, then stops. This is not about stockpiles. It is about timing. According to FEMA preparedness guidance, households that act before official advisories escalate experience significantly lower stress and resource conflict. You are not preparing for catastrophe. You are preparing for duration. You still have time. Because time, in moments like this, is not measured in hours. It is measured in clarity. Clarity about what matters. Clarity about what does not. Clarity about what you will ignore, and what you will act on. When systems strain, noise multiplies. Voices compete. Predictions escalate. Certainty becomes a commodity. Here is another survival trigger you must resolve internally. Do you chase certainty from outside sources? Or do you build stability inside your own perimeter? According to longitudinal risk studies referenced by the World Bank, households that establish early internal routines during systemic disruption experience measurably lower stress and decisional fatigue over prolonged periods. Routine is not boredom. It is insulation. You wake at the same time. You eat deliberately. You limit exposure. You conserve attention. This is how sovereignty looks at the household level. You will notice something else as days pass. The world does not end. But it becomes selective. Some services return. Others remain inconsistent. The explanation is always temporary. According to infrastructure resilience modeling used by national regulators, recovery during high-risk geopolitical periods is nonlinear. Systems come back unevenly. Predictability does not return all at once. So you stop waiting for normal. You adapt to functional enough. This is where many fail, not from fear, but from expectation. They expect resolution. You prepare for duration. Another decision point emerges quietly. Do you spend energy reacting to every change? Or do you conserve it for what directly affects your household? Energy is not just electricity. It is cognitive, emotional, relational. You protect it like a finite resource. You speak calmly to your family. You explain without alarming. You model control. According to behavioral research used in FEMA family preparedness frameworks, children and dependents regulate stress by observing adult tone, not adult words. Your composure becomes infrastructure. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, you realize something profound. You are no longer consuming the event. You are navigating it. The news continues. Analysts debate. Markets fluctuate. But inside your home, a different system is operating. Deliberate. Measured. Adaptive. This is not heroism. It is competence. The final truth is, History does not remember those who panicked early. It remembers those who stabilized quietly. Nuclear-era uncertainty does not demand fear. It demands discipline under ambiguity. You were never meant to control the world. Only your response to it. And that has always been within your reach.